Uh, okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Manali Momaya, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of Dr. Geeta Badikillaya, the founder of Destination Heritage. We are gathered here today for what promises to be a fascinating lecture on the crossroads of culture, migration's impact on Kerala's folk arts. Our understanding of the world is deeply influenced by our experiences, and our historical consciousness often begins with the oral traditions passed down through generations. Today's lecture will explore how various migrations have profoundly shaped Kerala's vibrant folk arts and cultural practices. The speaker, Dr. Govinda Varma Raja, will delve into how families, including his own, migrated and settled in different regions, bringing with them a rich tapestry of customs and traditions. We will hear about the fascinating historical account of the Kollathiri royal family, which invited 237 Havyaka Brahmin families from Karnataka to Kerala around 1232 years ago, and how this community migration, along with others, led to significant changes in lifestyle and cultural practices. We will learn about the remarkable similarities in traditional customs and practices between different states, such as the Kolam Rangoli tradition, the use of Kaudang in daily rituals, and the shared spiritual journeys to revered destinations. The lecture will also highlight the intriguing parallels between Kerala's Kathakali and Karnataka's Yakshagana. Pardon me, as well as similarities in the Ekadashi Vrata and Shodasha Samskaras observed by Brahmins in both regions. Kerala's unique identity is a testament to the influx of diverse communities from across India, including Karnataka Brahmins, Tamil Brahmins, weaving communities from Andhra Pradesh, and traditional mud pot makers from Karnataka. This cultural exchange has enriched every facet of Kerala's language, dialects, customs, rituals, traditions, art, and literature. A particularly captivating aspect we will explore is the striking similarity between the Bhuta worship of South Canara and the Theyyam worship of North Kerala, with performances like Panchurali being shared across both regions. We will also see visual comparisons revealing the resemblances in adornments and idols, highlighting a shared cultural and artistic heritage. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's lecture, Dr. E.K. Govinda Varma Raja. Sir is former head of department, School of Folklore Studies at the University of Calicut, Kerala. He holds an MA, TCH, and PhD, and is fluent in Malayalam and English. With a distinguished career, Dr. Raja served as a lecturer in Malayalam for 4 years at Zamorin's Guru Ayurappa College. He dedicated 14 years, more than 14 years, to the School of Folklore Studies at the University of Calicut, where he also served as the head of the department for over 5 years. He has an impressive record as a supervising teacher, having successfully guided 5 PhD scholars. His students' research topics cover diverse areas within folklore. To name a few, impact of folk sciences and accepted science on the superhumanness of ritual performances, changing functions of Mapilla Pattu among the Kerala folk, and so on. He is also a prolific author with 5 books in Malayalam, including Kalipalam Kathakalil and Folklore Padanam Siddhanta Thalam, and 3 books in English, such as The Serpent Prince and Lore and Life of Kerala Folk. Furthermore, he has presented 80 research papers at various universities and published around 110 articles in Malayalam periodicals and dailies. He has also acted in 2 serials. His involvement in academic bodies and organizations are extensive. He served as the chairman of the Board of Studies of Folklore at the University of Calicut, has been a member of the Board of Studies of Malayalam University. He is also a member of the Academic Council at the University of Calicut, and president of the Indian Folklore Researchers Organization in Ramnagara, Bengaluru since 2015. Additionally, he was a former secretary of Folklore Fellows of Malabar, which is a trust, for 2 years, and has been an executive member for over 36 years. He has also served as the secretary of the Folklore Society of South Indian Languages for 16 years and has been an executive member for 25 years. So it is an honor, sir, to have you with us today on Destination Heritage. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. E.K. Govinda Varma Raja. Sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. We can start the lecture now.
Okay. Very good evening to everybody. I'm indebted to congratulate, and I am very happy to present here due to the advice of Dr. Geeta Madam. So I am very grateful to her and this team of scholars. I am not a dreaming folklorist. I am a practical folklorist. In Kerala, from the beginning of our early childhood, we are attaining folk rituals. At the time of the baby was taken, on that time itself, the folk midwife is chanting some mantras. So he become very great man. Then should be brave. Then he become the proud of this society like so. So from the birth itself, we are very much involved in folklore, knowingly or unknowingly. At the time of 8th or 10th months or 11 months, whenever we are identifying the sounds and meanings, we are hearing the story, the myth, and other legends of our family history from our grandma, father's mother. So on that time, we are getting the knowledge of the migration of society from Karnataka to Kerala. Then what happened, there is a conflict between Kodathiri kingdom and the established Brahmin community of Taliparamba. They are known as Perinjallur Grama. There is a conflict. When the Brahmin become very powerful, on that time they are not agree with the Kodathiri kingdom. So on that account, the Kodathiri king Udayavarma Raja visited Idugunji and invite the Brahmins of Havya Brahmins of there. On that time, they told, "We are not believing you. You are coming with golden ornaments and very big, good dress, but we don't know your capacity to maintaining us there in your native place. So you should dig a bank in this temple. Within a day, within a day, with thousands of workers is working there and make a bank that is tank is there, traditional tank. So they are agreed to come here. then 2,237 families are coming here. According to the Kabadayadi, the alphabetic number, that is Sagara, that is 237 people come here. Then they are settling in near Painur, Cherudaram, Kolapparam, Aratil, Kunnaru, and Koram. There are 5 villages are the Brahmanic village. They are establishing all these things there. So whenever a family or Brahmins is coming from there, they can't come alone. They are coming, their assistants, staffs, and others from there and come here. Then they are also settling here. So that whenever they're facing some difficulties of the common people from this place, they are went to north. There is a phrase is there, Vadakku. Vadakku means north side. Vadakku means this is part of Karnataka. They can come here and they are constructing the house. They are the helpers of constructing the house, Doddamana. Whenever you can see the Doddamana of Karnataka and the Illam of Kerala, the same structure, that is due to the workers are saying the construction and shape of the house of a Brahmin, whether it is Karnataka or it in Kerala, that is the same structure. That is due to the folk, those who are working for that constructing technology. So we are something in early childhood. I am witnessing the Rangoli in front of the house with the clay, white clay. But if it is not available white clay, they are using the rice powder for that. The same thing is we can see in Karnataka and Kerala. Same thing. So the Shodasha Samskara, my father is Brahmin. There are things Upanayana, Chaula, Annaprasa, then all 16 rituals they are following. That is same things. As earlier they told, they are practicing Ekadashi. That is very compulsory. The same thing is happening there and here. So this type of things is there. There are involving all these things in the ritual. Whenever go through the ritual from Tulaji Bhavani itself, the same thing is happening in Kollur Mugambika in our own temple. The idol, the portable idol of the goddess or god is keeping their head, the Brahmin, and surrounding the premises of the temple. The same thing is happening. The 3 places, Tulaji Bhavani and Kollur Mugambika in our own place. So I am whenever we are reaching there, I am very familiar with that temples. I am not thinking about the distance, thousands of kilometers of distance is there. No. We are the part and parcel of that institution. That is, we are feeling whenever we are visiting Tulaji Bhavani or Kollur temple. The same thing. In our own home, we are very comfortable with that place. Then the same way, the folk art forms are like so. It is very peculiar that the Theyyam, the same Theyyam that is coming from Karnataka, that in the Totem Batu, the song of this ritual song, it is very clearly explaining that is this Bhagavati is coming from Karnataka. The headgear and costumes of the Panjurali goddess is as same as whenever I am sending 3 photos of that. That is the idol, the big idol of Tulaji Bhavani and Kullur Mugambiga, and the figure of the Panjurli Buddha in Karnataka. Whenever we are mixing that things, all similarities, the model is like so. The model is like so. The same thing here and there. So what I am saying, everything, our life is there. There is a replica of our life in Karnataka and Kerala. One thing is there. Our words and everything is chatting or slogas and everything same. That is Shodasha Sanskara, Shaddasha, 16, from birth to death. That is same. In the marriage function of a Brahmin here, that is keeping 16 days. The 10th day, you are doing the rituals, doing ritual for our parents, mother and grandfathers of both, they are together doing that. Then only the 4th day there is marriage is coming in the first night in Brahmins community. So all these things you are practicing the same from here and there. What I am saying, this Teyyam art or Rangoli or other things, from in Andhra Pradesh also, they are bringing some bull from Andhra to Kerala, and we are giving and respecting and adoring that bull, and we are giving rice and other things.
Sir, you are on mute. Your video is on mute now. Sir, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself, sir. You have become mute. Cannot hear you, sir.
Okay, now, okay. You are hearing audible. Audible it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Please.
You may hear?
Yes,
Okay.
now we can hear you. Please continue.
Okay. Anyhow, I am saying in Payavur, the Kodak peoples are coming with cow and bulls to there. Then they are bringing some things from there to present the god Shiva there. Then the same time we are visiting, in Palani, with the Kavadi, all these things they may go. We are usually 18 rivers. We are coming from there by walk from Kerala to Vallur Moogambiga. There are 18 rivers. In my grandfather was coming here. They are using walking and by boat. They are crossing the river. 18 rivers they are coming. One of my granduncle was visiting Kashi by walk and coming back from there and met Balagangadhara Tilak at Pune, and he started an English medium school at 1906 in Pormeli, Kadatana Raja's school. That is the impact of the visit of Kashi. So all these pilgrims and everything we are practicing. So there is no boundary of our country. We are involving only the structure of the language is difficult. The words we are using same thing. This Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama or Vishnu Sahasranama is the same word. We are all very familiar. We can understand. So that is only thing, some structure that local structure is different. That's all. All others are, we are practicing the same thing. So in the case of Panjurali, that is the goddess. That is presenting the, that is folk technology. There is the thing, you know. We want to get to the darshan of goddess. That is through the performer, we can get these things. The same things are happening in the case of goddess Panjurali in Karnataka and Kerala. The same things, the practice is there. Our belief is there. Same thing. So what I am saying, most of all these things we are practicing in both places. The structure of the home, the maintaining all other things, then the water technology, the technology of that is making washing or bathing or everything, then that is cultivating the paddy. Everything we are the same thing. There is no difference. But some slight changes according to the places, the technology. In Turanga, Suranga, in Karnataka only, not there. That is due to the things. The same, whenever we are go through the places of Karnataka, we can get a paddy field, long paddy field. But unfortunately, in my early childhood, it is same as in Kerala. But nowadays, we are constructing more due to the population. We are constructing more buildings in paddy fields. But the same thing is there. The laterite, we are there. The same thing. The technology is here and there. That is the temple, the construction of the temple structure. In Kollur and other places, other temples, the same thing. The caravans, the idols. In idols also like that. Then carving the idols. The same thing here and there. So the technology also there. We are sharing the resource persons from here and there. So they are coming there and they are coming to here. Both Karnataka and Kerala. So what I am saying, with all these things, we have long back, most of the migrant people is there. Then what happened in here? The Havyak Brahmins are all over in Kerala. Why? That is due to the impact of Tipu Sultan's fighting in Kerala. When he is coming in Kerala, they are ruined so many temples. On that time, these Havyak Brahmins are migrated to southern Kerala. The king of Travancore, they are safeguarding them. So all these 237 manas are there in Changanasheri, Kollam, or Kottayam and Thiruvananthapuram. They are migrated to there. More than that, the Travancore family is adopting their sons from Kolatiri kingdom. This actually the Kolatiri, for several times they are adopting from Kolatiri of Kannu, from here to there. So they have a mental attitude towards Karnataka folk to the Travancore family also. So that is very familiar from all over here. Then at the time of in Kottay Thumbaran, when he establishing the Kathakali there, then the cook and others are from Karnataka. They are staying there. They are enacting the Yakshagana from there. Yakshagana there. So that is why some similarities from here and there, adopting something here to there and from there to here. So that, what I am saying, all these things, we are very familiar with all these peoples. We are a way of life, then speak and rituals, all are almost the same, almost the same. Some difference only due to the regional basis. So that is especially Padadana and the totem of Theyyam folk are same. That is why we are saying we are all one mother. Mother, that is motherhood we have. Whether we are Keralites or Kannada or other places, our mother is same. Our origin is same. There is no difference. It is my findings whenever I am living and walking and contacting all places. When I went to Badrinath, Joshimat, whenever sitting on that temple, I can feel my own home. Why? Because the carpenters are went there to preparing the home, that temple from Kerala. That the technology and material we are very familiar with our home, our own home. So I feel it is my home in Joshimat or in Badrinath. So this material culture is make feeling to us our own, and the art form that is also feeling our own. So that is the very wonderful things we are going to this folklore of these things. We can understand what is here happening. Our unity and our mind setting is same. Our material culture, that feelings is same. That is we are feeling. We are one. We are one. We are one. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you very much, sir, for taking us on this rich and intimate journey across landscapes, legends, and lineages. What you have shared with us today is not just a lecture, but a lived archive, woven with memory, ritual, and migration. We have seen how culture refuses to be confined, how it travels across rivers and ridges, how it adopts, and yet retains something essential and familiar. Your family history became the medium of a broader message today. That movement doesn't dilute culture, it deepens it. And in these crossroads of culture, what emerges is not a loss of a self, but a layering of identities. The parallels between Kerala and Karnataka, from ritual songs to Rangoli, temple architecture to agricultural traditions, don't just reflect shared heritage, but an interconnectedness often missed in our fragmented understanding of region and identity. With that, let us now open the floor for questions and reflections. Anyone in the audience, if you have any questions or observations to make, kindly unmute yourself and please ask. Sir, I would like to ask a question. So how, in what ways does migration disrupt versus reinforce ritual continuity across regions? So how does it disrupt and how does it reinforce?
This we have, whenever we are going, we have a nostalgia feeling of that. Then another thing, I told when I at Bhuj, we are neighbors in all way. We are sharing the same bank of same sea from Bhuj to Kerala. Then even Kutch and Kochi, the uttering of the word itself same. The geographical shape also same. In the rituals also, I think Kolatiri king. The Kolatiri king is coming from Kutch by a boat, that is mat boat, from there, from Kutch to here. At the same time, the goddess Annapurna, Cherugunnu, that is also coming from the same way. In all these totem songs, it is like so. So why we are here in the case of this migration, that is Kolatiri king is inviting them to come there. But after that, 2 or 3 times, the people are migrating from there to Kerala due to the richness, the natural resources of Kerala, they are coming here. Not alone that 237 people, family. Any other thing, 357 Samudra, the second people are coming. The third, Embrandari and other peoples are coming from here to there. So we are not, we have a feeling of all this. We are sharing all these things, and this impact of the our culture, our life is there in here and there. So that is why it is very familiar to us here and there. M.N. Venkatesh, we are M.N. Venkatesh's wife. Then we are sharing several times about the Ekadashi Nombu from here and there. Same thing. So that is the one other thing. We are sharing the ocean. We are sharing the mountains. We are sharing the valleys, everything here and there. We are using the same material for constructing hut and house here and there. So it is very familiar. There is no unfamiliarity there. We are same Havyak Brahmins, then agriculture is other things. Here and there. We are the same food is we are sharing here and there. We are using the same technology for preparing paisa or nivedya like so. That is why it happened.
Thank you very much, sir. So there is a question. I request to kindly unmute yourself and ask. Murthy ji, Alkesh ji. Sir.
My question is there any
Yes.
folk connection with different goddesses, especially the sea goddesses? Thank you.
Sir, Alkesh Shaveri ji has asked a question. Is there any connection to folk goddesses, especially the sea goddess?
There, there are certain goddess are there. The Panjurali and the Rikta Chamundi, that Rikteshwari. This is common goddess from here and there. Rikteshwari, Rikta Chamundi, like so. That is, there is an amalgamation of myths of goddess here and there. There are two things is there. One is the local history, local tales, incidents, and other is the classical. That is why the Rekteshwari, Rektachamundi, and Vishnu Murthy. Here now in Valakur, there is a Vishnu Murthy temple is there. Vishnu Murthy temple. That Vishnu Murthy is a very famous Theyyam in our Kerala. There is a story regarding to a milk seller, Palandai Kannan. But they say the woman who is helping the Palandai Kannan is a devotee of Narsimha. That become Vishnu Murthy. So here that is in Karnataka, that Vishnu Murthy is that is a god. God means that is classical god. I think that is Gauda Saraswata Brahmins temple, I think. But here Vishnumurthy in Kerala, Vishnumurthy means a Narasimha Avadara. But that is due to the victim, a matter of a boy, cowboy. He is loving with a landlord's daughter. So they killed him. Then he became the god. That is Vishnumurthy. Due to this Narasimha devotion, that happened. So that is why we are very familiar with these goddess. Then in Kerala, the Annapurna, Annaprasha, that is both in Mugambika and Kerala is very. On those days itself, they are everywhere getting Annaprasha. In my own family, my father's family, there are 200 years continuously, they are given food to all the people, those who are coming there. There is a Utubara is a very dining hall was there on those days up to 1970. After 1970, due to the reformation, that is Land Tribunal Act, Land Reformation Act, we lost everything. So we cannot manage that things. So this Annadana is the same things influence of the Karnataka people to there. Thank you.
Thank you.
For,
Yes, thank you, sir. So
Thank you, sir.
Alkesh ji has asked to provide a list of such gods. I think after the lecture has ended, isn't it, sir?
Yes. Whenever he gets chance, he can forward it to you and you can forward it to me.
Sure, sir.
problem.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, sir. Murthy ji has asked a question. Which is the specific folk art in Kerala that has become prominent due to the influence of migrant communities?
that is all of 3 or 4 places in Kerala. you can see that is Mugambiga. In when I say saying that is in Kodungallu and Chotanikara, all our peoples are, we are the same goddess. Are there is a belief that the goddess, mother goddess of Mugambiga is coming there in Chotanikara, like so. So then Dakshina Mugambiga, both in southern area and Kannur also we have the Mugambiga goddesses are there. So many places we have. Then Shiva also, Shaiva Puja. Then most of these peoples are working in Parshi Raja's temples from here, but the Brahmins are there from here to there.
Thank you very much, sir. Venkatesh ji has raised his hand. Sir, kindly
Yes.
unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, sir. Varma ji, thank you very much for the informations.
Yeah.
Now I have one particular doubt. There are deities. For example, you are telling about Mukambika. Mukambika, local deity is there, migrated deity is there. Can you follow me?
Yeah.
Hello. So, how we can differentiate the deity which is migrated from other place and deity which is native?
That is according to the myth of that particular thing.
Okay.
Where devotees coming here, from that devotees, this the Chaitanya of the goddess Mugambiga is with some umbrella or something else to come there, like so.
Okay. Okay.
Some vehicle is there. Whenever some devotees are coming here and getting the goddess, and that they believe the goddess is coming that particular and established a temple there.
Yes, the extension of this question is
Yeah.
your Varma is here. Nambudris are there. Nambudris, migrated Nambudris are there. Kerala original Nambudris are there. So, how the differentiation can be identified? For example,
You know, there
Varma
are
migrated, Varma
actually,
originated in Kerala.
yeah, what I am saying, there are things, you know, the Perinjalur Grama, the Taliparamba temple, the Shiva temple is there. They are known as the topmost Brahmins, higher grade. But what happened, you know, the Kolatri is given all this benefit to that people.
2017.
They are become very powerful. On that time, they are not ready to do the rituals of Kolatri kingdom. Why? Because they are telling you are not a original Kshatriya, so no, we are not ready to do all these rituals. So there is a conflict between these things. So they are very high grade Brahmins. But what you know, the migrated people they are from here to Kerala, they told in those days there is no Brahmins are in Kerala. Only fishermen communities are there. Mukkuvas, fishermen community. So this high grade Brahmin is actually Mukkuva, fisherman. We are the original Brahmins, they are telling. But in my case, in my father's actually from Perinjalur Grama, but they are bring to here. There are two Brahmin families are agree with in Perinjalur Grama Brahmins. Two families agree with the Kolatari king. That is, one is Karumarat Illam, another is my father's Varnakod Illam. So what happened? You know, that time the king is given the duty of Tandri. That is rituals doing, constructing and installing idol to Tantra Vidya to Karumarat, and minister as a mandri, tandri and mandri, that is ministership is to given to my ancestor, fathers and sisters. So most of the few that there are less in Brahmins of the original Brahmins in Kerala. Most of them are migrated from here to Payyanur, and they are spreading all over Kerala. So more than that, Kollur, this Brahmins Adiga, the same Adiga is there in Kodungalur. So that is we are from here migrated to there, most of the goddess and everything.
Okay. Okay, sir. Interesting information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is another question by Murthy ji. How does the migration of culture affect the economic viability in Kerala?
Actually, Kerala very rich in physically and according to the natural resources like water resource and forest resource and other resources, very rich. So that is why the people is trying to go there. But nowadays it is very changed. You know that what happened, the natural forest was destroyed by the people, those who are coming here, the English people, then they are remove all the natural forest and they are cultivating tea, coffee and rubber. So that is the main problem we are facing in natural, that what happened near recently in Wayanad. The forest is safeguarding the hill. That is it. So there are Sugandha Dravyas is there. Much very revenue thing. So people is coming to there and they're settling there. That is the natural resources are much high in Kerala within a small strip of land. That is why. Then they are also respecting them. The all other communities of the people is respecting this Brahmin community, very highly respected them due to they are invited people from the King Kolatiri. All the rituals and everything, they are depending upon these Brahmins. That is thing.
Thank you, sir. So I have another question. What does the replacement of paddy fields with urban structures suggest about the shifting relationship between tradition and modernity? How does this impact the transmission of agricultural folk knowledge?
Yeah, it is a very good question. We are facing like so. Actually, nowadays we are much interesting in all these things. The younger generation is depending upon all over India that they are not much interested in all these things, traditions. But another thing, whenever the people are facing more problems, they are depending upon temples. For example, on those days, the lower strata people, they went to Gulf and get money, more money. In after 1970s of Land Reformation Act, the Brahmins are not much respect on those days. But the people, those who are went outside and they are earning much money, they want to establish a new shifting of their grade, upgradation of their status. They are depending upon Brahmins. They are inviting the Brahmins to their home and do some rituals, homa like so. But up to 1970, the Brahmins are not ready to visit the downtrodden's house. They are doing all the rituals from the home or temple. The devotees are given money. But there is some paradigm shift is there. What happened? The new money people coming here and they are want to get a proud and then uplifting their status. They are using the Brahmins. Nowadays, the communist ideologists are something say here is Manuel Karanam. What is Manuel Karanam means? In all the marriages, the Brahmin is necessary to given garland to or all these rituals. They become witness these days. But actually, it is not the interest of Brahmins that happen, but the new generations, new rich peoples are want to establish all these things. They are renovating the temples and they become the chairman and secretary of these temples. Then they are getting power. But Brahmins is there, they can get more money without hard working. They are also happy. All of them are happy. That is situation. Now we are practicing.
Thank you very much, sir. So I have another question. Pardon me. So the question is it so you spoke about the shared technologies in temple building and idol making across Karnataka, Kerala, and several other places. So is it possible to reframe the idea of regional art with a broader framework of inter-regional collaboration? When we speak of region, we only think of one particular state. So can we change that and include the entire region?
It is a very wonderful, wonderful people are there in artists and everywhere, and especially in the case of idols and paintings. In all, very rich. We are very rich of art forms in these things. But what happened, when we are saying the mural painting, but we are not. We are mixing some other things for mural painting, isn't it? The original is very difficult. On those days, we are making all these things from using rock powders and like so. In my home, there are 200 years old temple is there. There is Palari Madana. They are carving there and painting there. That is with the natural painting. There is no scratches or damages of that painting now itself. The same thing in 300 years old paintings are in Mangav Palace. Nothing happened. But nowadays, that is mixing with other synthetic things. We lost all this technology. Even we are some wonderful performance there. When the Teyyam are laying over the fire, they are using such a type of material for them, for dressing and costumes and like so. So one thing I am sure, we can keep all these things. That is how that is the duty of the folklorist, to safeguard all this culture. In the same way, what the same old way, we are very very interested to keep up all these things. It is a very hard work. Such a wonderful architecture and paintings and technologies are there. We can use it. So we are take interest and keep all these things, and then propagate and like so. Then only we can safeguard all these things. That is my.
Thank you, sir. If anybody else has any question, kindly unmute yourself and ask. So I have one last question from my side. Due to changing landscape and livelihoods, and due to changing times, how might digital documentation, for example, this lecture that we are doing right now, how can digital documentation play a role in preserving traditions that are under threat?
Yeah, we can actually, what I am saying, we can preserve all these things as far as digital. But what happened, we are not maintaining it properly. Then we, at the same time, we should preserve our culture as it is with the help of the old technologies. But we are absorbing all these things or taking in the modern technology and keep it in their own way. But whenever we are keep what happened, everything we are ruined, and we are only keeping these photos. It is lifeless. It is lifeless. So, as I told earlier, how years old our architecture and everything is existing here through that. Nowadays, there is no Doddamanas in Kerala. That is destroyed. And they are making the concrete forest in all this, concrete. So that we can avoid. Then other thing is we are using the power and carving system. Our technology is ruined. With the help of the machines, we lost our technology. So it is very compulsory. We try to preserve all these things. We are making a particular place, and we try to keep all the old technologies and old material culture for the memory or keeping memory of our tradition. It is compulsory. So as far as possible, we are trying to keep up all these things. That is my opinion.
Thank you very much, sir.
Basically, he is saying it's like continuation of heritage preservation. Preservation is not just like preserving the building, but also preserving the technology which they used or techniques which they used. Am I right, sir?
Definitely, you are 100% correct. 100% correct.
Thank
You
you.
are,
Thank you.
as far as possible, we are trying to keep up all these things as far as possible. But nowadays, nothing happened. There are malls here. The ordinary people there is no they can't livelihood due to the malls. We are depending upon malls. So we are not understand what happening in our society. So they are only showing all these things. But my opinion is we are very consciously to keep all our traditions. Then we are then livelihood is also we can recapture all these things. No problem. The mural paintings and carvings, we make a when culture we can recreate all these things. Then only we safeguard all the things.
Thank you, sir.
If there's a minute for one more question,
Please, sir.
I wanted to find out, Professor, if there is any evidence from genetic studies about migration of people within the region and in India at large.
Through my oral history, as my in 7th year, one of the oldest man, one Chandramana Narayana Nambudiri, told me the migration of these Havyak Brahmins is not only from Idugunji, that is started from Kashmir. The same issues are there in Kashmir on those days itself. From Kashmir to Saraswati River. Then from there, they are coming to Ratnagiri. From Ratnagiri to Idugunji, and somebody is Telangana. From there is in Ratnagiri to Telangana. Some Brahmins are going. So that is why the we have some common things. Some Brahmins Adidiri. Then some titles are there both in here and there. So I went Ratnagiri in my when I grown up. I went to both all these places, Idugunji, Gunavanda, and all these places, and Ratnagiri also. One interesting thing is one of the Varsha madam from Bombay University. I'm visiting her home, a Brahmin lady. They are when I are visiting there on those day Ekadashi. We are on Ekadashi. We are using some wheat, rava or upma like so, but they are making sabuliri upma. But ritual is same. Ritual is same. All this ritual is same. So the same thing what happened in 18th century. My matriarchal ancestors is coming from Dharwar. I am also visiting all those places. Dharwar to here. There is no big on 18th century. There is no big palace. The same hut, but that is a big one. That's all. On those days. So genetical, then we whenever I am a Kollur or these people Murudeeswaram, all Brahmins are like my father's relatives. The natures, their physical features, their body languages, the same. I can see one Shankara Namburi from there to here. My neighborhood Shankara Namburi. The same figure is there in here. When Gogan also we can visit. Their features, same features are there. Their nose, their neck, their ear, hand, body language, and uttering the words, everything. I can observe all these things. So generic, this thing, Then so many other folklores are there. One our Kota Karan, Shivarama Karan. He is the last speech in Kerala, Calicut University. I brought him there with the Raghavan Bayanat. Myself and my wife is getting him in our car. Then we can communicate with him. Yashagana and other things. In Haridas, but that is our M.N. Venkatesha and Mala. There are resemblances of peoples are there in Mala. My wife is showing her the same thing, features, and sometimes we can identify them each other. Such a type of wonderful experience we have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we have come to the end of today's session. On behalf of Dr. Geeta Padikillaya, founder of Destination Heritage, and myself, I extend our sincere thanks to Dr. E.K. Govinda Varma Raja for today's insightful and thought-provoking lecture. Dr. Varma, your talk offered us a valuable perspective on how migration has shaped and enriched Kerala's folk traditions through personal memories and historical observations. Yes, if somebody wants to add something? May I continue? Yes. So, through personal memories and historical observations, you have helped us to understand the deep cultural connections between regions like Kerala and Karnataka, which we have thought of as separate regions, but they are connected. And the connections continue to influence rituals, art forms, and everyday life. We are grateful for your time and for the knowledge you have so generously shared with us today. And I would also like to thank all the members, esteemed members who have joined us today, this evening. And your presence and engagement has made this session meaningful and worthwhile. And a special thanks to Dr. Geeta Badikillaya for giving me this opportunity and for her continued efforts in creating spaces like this through Destination Heritage, where such conversations can take place about lesser known or less explored areas. Thank you once again for everyone who made today's session possible. We look forward to seeing you at our future events. With that, we sign off, wishing you all a very good week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Manali, you are also a migrant.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.